In this video, I'm going to break down the harsh truth of why you're not able to convert calls into high-paying clients. Hey, Lee Constantinou here, the founder of Personal Trainers Elite. And what I'm going to be talking about in this video today is the truth around your calls and why you're possibly not able to sign somebody up on a high-ticket program. Now, a high-ticket program is a program that you price from $1,000 to $3,000 plus, and you get somebody to sign up over the phone. I've personally taken over 1,000 calls in my time of selling online fitness coaching and personal training, and I've closed over £250,000 in services. And so I've learned a lot of things around the sales call, what to say, the questions to ask in the process to get somebody to get into the right state, and then present your program in a way that's going to get somebody excited about signing up with you. So here's the truth. The harsh truth is this. If you're not closing at least a 20 to 25% close rate as a bare minimum, then you suck at closing people. And that's not a bad thing, right? It just means that there's an opportunity to learn and to develop the skill, because it's a skill. Sales is a skill. It's not something that you're born with, it's something that you can learn. And so you just have to be firstly honest with yourself, because it's a really hard thing to believe and to admit. I remember when I first looked at my sales and they sucked, and I was closing at like 10%. And this was way back in like 2017 now. And I was looking at the numbers like, I know it must just be the leads. It's bad leads. I kept blaming the leads. I kept blaming everybody, saying, oh, they were broke, they didn't have money. But it wasn't until I looked at the numbers and I started realizing, hey, maybe I am the problem. So the first thing you need to know to decide if you actually aren't very effective on your sales calls is, are you inside your KPIs? Do you have numbers, and how many calls are you closing out of how many you're having? And if again, you're less than 20%, then you have a problem with yourself on the call, or something you're not doing, or something you're missing. And again, there's nothing wrong with that, because I took myself from that 10% close rate all the way up to 40, 50, 60% because of the things that I'm going to break down for you here today. Now, the reason why you're probably not closing is because you're not asking enough questions. Okay, questions create clarity. And when you get clear about somebody's situation, it's also going to help you connect with them emotionally. And so you need to be listening more than you talk. If you are somebody who's jumping on a call and you're jumping straight into your pitch or presentation, it's going to be really hard to sell somebody anything, let alone something for high ticket. And so the first thing you want to be doing is really getting clear on their situation, understanding the problem, understanding their goals, their desires, how long they've been struggling. You want to really expand the gap of where they are now and where they want to be. And the way to do that is ask questions to get clarity. And then when you have that clarity, you'll be able to then take them on that journey of what they need to do to take them from their place they are now to where they want to be. So the first thing you need to be doing is asking yourself, am I getting clear on their situation? Am I asking enough questions? Am I going deep enough with them? Am I asking the hard questions that maybe they're not asking themselves or nobody else has ever asked them before? Because when you do that, they're going to build an emotional connection with you, and they're going to start thinking more about their emotional state and buying in that emotional state, because that is what we want people to do. We need them to buy based on their emotions, right? Because that is essentially what's going to allow you to charge a premium price for your programs. The other thing that's possible is that you haven't built enough of a know, like, and trust factor, right? They don't know, like, and trust you enough for them to want to give you money essentially to help them. And so there are some things that you can do before the call, right? We use some pre-education videos. We call them TBM videos, trust build marketing, to build the trust and the confidence within your prospects before they get on a call with you. And what this does is it means when they get on a call with you, they've already understood that you know what you're talking about, or they've seen results of people that you've helped. And so this can be really powerful. Now, if you don't have that, you could do this on the call as well by simply just giving them little shifts around their current thought process or why things haven't worked out for them in the past without actually telling them what they need to do. Sorry, telling them how. So you could tell them why something didn't work, but you don't go in to tell them how they need to change it. And if you can give them clarity over why things haven't worked in the past and what they need to do, they're going to be more open to your suggestions. Okay, and so once you build that know, like, and trust factor, they're going to be more open for you to go and take them on a journey of the steps they need to take in order to reach their goals. The big key in presenting what you do is not coming across like a commodity, right? Not sounding like something that they can get anywhere else. Because if you present your program in a way that somebody feels like they've heard it before or they can get somewhere else for cheaper, well, that's exactly what they're going to do. And you're going to be fighting everybody, giving discounts, trying to race yourself to the bottom in terms of pricing just to sign clients up. And so if what you're presenting sounds the same as everybody else, you're going to be competing with everybody else. And so what you need to do if you don't want to come across as a commodity, if you don't want to sell your programs for cheap, is you need to sound new and different. Okay, you need to come up with some new names and mechanisms to describe what you do inside your program that is also specific to your prospects. Okay, you need to make it specific about them, not generalist statements, because remember, you're on a call with them. So you can adapt the call. You don't have to stick to some template script. You can adapt things and say things that are specific to their problems. And so instead of focusing on the fact that you're going to give them diet plans, training plans, and all this stuff, tell them how it's going to benefit them specifically based on everything that they've already told you. Because that's going to show you've listened. And when people know you've listened, you've paid attention, and you've presented them with a solution that's specific to their problem, they're going to feel like this is the only place to get help and this is the solutions that they need, because you're now talking to them specifically rather than them reading some website that's talking generally. And that's what's going to make people want to pay you more money and just pay you in the first place to get your help, because you are now talking specifically about them and their problems, and you're presenting them with a solution that sounds like nothing else that they've heard before. Now, a common mistake a lot of trainers and coaches make on these calls is pitching way too early, trying to jump the gun and essentially getting excited about what you do, forgetting that you need to, again, as I said, ask questions about their problem situation. So if you're not signing up clients, it might be that you're just not spending enough time understanding their problems and their desires and their goals and understanding their situation before presenting what you do. You need to hold back. You need to listen to them more than you talk. And so if you're jumping the gun and you're pitching your programs before you know specifically what they need and what they want, then it's very likely that this can be negatively affecting your closing rate, which is going to stop you from signing up more clients. So remember, don't jump the gun, hold out presenting your program, and only present to people that you truly believe you can help, you truly believe they have enough desire, and they truly want it, because you're going to burn yourself out if you keep presenting what you do to people that aren't actually serious about their goals or making some changes in their life. Now, the final part that you're always going to get caught up on are objections. Now, in a perfect world, you're not going to get any objections and somebody's just going to give you money. But 9 times out of 10, you will face some form of objection, whether it's around the price, their spouse, their time, their fears, their concerns. All these things are going to come up for people at the end once you present the price. So just expect it. Treat it as a normal experience that somebody's going to have some form of objection, and just sit in that moment. Because the reason why so many trainers and coaches fail with closing clients is because they just try to rush through that part because they feel discomfort. They now feel like they're having to challenge somebody and they don't want to come across salesy or pushy. Well, look, in some cases, you're going to have to push people outside their comfort zone to get things that they want. Because let's face it, most people that are struggling with their body and their health, they've spent time inside their comfort zone. They haven't taken any challenges. They haven't moved themselves outside of where they feel comfortable. And so they're going to have to do some things that are going to make them feel uncomfortable. And that first thing is making that investment in themselves. And so you're going to have to coach them through that experience and help them see that, hey, if you don't make any changes, nothing will change. You'll stay exactly where you are. And so although you might feel some discomfort in this decision, although it might feel like some money that you're investing, what's on the other side of it? And so look at objections as an opportunity. Reframe your belief that objections are a bad thing and anyone that has objections aren't going to buy it. Reframe your belief that objections are a great thing because it's now a chance for you to build even more rapport with that person. It's a chance for you to collaborate with them. It's a chance for you to actually get them more invested in themselves to get what they want. And you're going to feel so much better if you help somebody through those objections, if you help somebody through the stalls that they're saying, the things that they're doing to try and slow down their making the decision. Because most people are just afraid. They're just afraid of making a big decision about themselves because they have a lot of lack of belief in themselves. They fear that they can't do it. They've tried before, they've failed. And so this just might be another thing they pay some money for and they fail again. And so they're going to do everything they can to stay in their comfort zone. They're going to do everything they can to avoid the discomfort that they're going to feel by investing in you and then doing the work to actually get the result. So we need to work with this person. We have to stick with them until the end. And look, sometimes you're going to have to say some things that aren't going to be very nice, but that's going to get them to take action. And you're going to take things that they've said to you in the call and remind them of all these things, why they need this, why they want this. And that's going to allow you to handle those objections and sign up the client. And that's where the magic happens. And that's when you can truly help somebody, truly make an impact in their life, truly make a difference in the world, and do what you're doing and do why you're doing what you're doing to make that change in people's lives. So stick with them. And doing this will help you increase your close rate. And if you'd like some more help, we actually provide one-on-one sales coaching and training inside the PT Academy. We do live coaching calls every week where we listen back to your calls, provide you with feedback and training, and provide you with all the scripts and everything to help you have the best chance of success on those calls. If you'd like some help with this, go onto Instagram and DM me at Lee Constantinou on DM on Instagram, and DM me the word YouTube so I know you've come from this video and that you've been watching these trainings, so I can give you some advice around how we might be able to help you, or at least just give you some resources to support you if your closing rate isn't where you want it to be right now. So that's it. Like this video, give it a thumbs up so I know to make more videos, and I know that you've enjoyed this one, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any more videos like this. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.